No good. That's miss number 2. He's 1 for 3. Rose gets a wide open look. And airballs the triple. That one was way off.
I tell you what, he has quite the act to follow, but Fred Hoiberg was a quick choice for the Brass in Chicago. Signed that 5-year deal over the summer, was easily one of the most in-demand coaches available. No doubt he's struggling right now from the field. Let's see if he can get it going this quarter. Well, that fast break went according to plan.
Yeah, nice job there, Greg. Recognizing the opportunity was there to push it, and then excellent execution.
Well, Greg, for Hoiberg, it's his first job as an NBA head coach. Now, we know he played. He's been a part of an NBA front office. Clark, he came from Iowa State, where he honed his coaching skills and was highly respected.
Yeah, very much respected, particularly as an offensive coach. And we know the Bulls are pretty solid defensively, and he'll be looking to ramp up that offensive approach for that team, and I think he will.
And here's Rose after the three-pointer from Stephen Curry. Klay Thompson grabs the miss.
Boy, that's finishing the defense there. He made a good effort on that possession defensively and then closed it out with the rebound.
He's tried to get it going, but the shots simply have not been there. Nothing seems to be falling.
A splendid pass that time by Rose.
It's Curry outside. An absolute bomb from three-point range.
Guys, that's just really unstoppable. He poses a ton of matchup problems for whomever he's facing.
And here we go. Fast break. Barnes has got it. And here in the first quarter, with a little over 3.5 minutes played, Barnes against Rose. Puts it up from 15. No luck. The Warriors go the other way with it.
He's been wayward and just off on about everything he's put up in this period.
Derrick Rose has certainly piled up the awards for such a young player, starting with Rookie of the Year, 111 first-place votes to only 5 for the runner-up. We know about his MVP, and that just shines out so brightly for him.
And how about he and Michael Jordan, the only MVPs in Chicago Bulls history?
Estes Ezeli, he's jacked in for Golden State. Iguodala comes in for Barnes. And the Bulls making a change here as well. Mirotic is checked in.
Well, he can give as good as he gets.
Gamesmanship going on right here. You've seen it, Greg. You know exactly what's going on right there. He answers right back with that three of his own. You know, looking back to Rose's MVP award, his stats were on another planet that year. He was only the third player to record 2,000 points and 600 assists in a single season since 1973. The other two, LeBron James and Michael Jordan.
1 second separating the shot clock and game clock.
They can end every possession with that shot, they'd be happy. 9 times out of 10, that's an easy layup for them.
How about that
Big time! Big time!
shot? Incredible.
Free points at the buzzer.
Definitely an answer to prayer there.
And that concludes the first quarter of play. Warriors lead by 8. And we'll be back shortly for the start of the second quarter. Now the second quarter getting ready to start up. And a closer look here at the hustle stats for the Warriors.
They've come out in attack mode on the defensive end. They've applied pressure and forcing turnovers.
You know, another factor in their offense so far has been their ability to convert and score off turnovers.
On the court right now, second quarter for the Bulls. They've got Jimmy Butler. Taj Gibson is out there with Mirotic. Then there's Tony Snell. And it's Brooks in at the 1 spot.
And really nothing like a good old-fashioned throwdown to get a team going.
And Greg, they do need to get going. They wouldn't mind, shaving a couple more points off that lead right away.
Well, if the defense keeps giving up easy baskets like that, it won't be a lead for long.
Iguodala dishes to Livingston. 5 on the clock. Barbosa kicks to Ezeli. And yes, sir, that one drops. Ezeli's got the lead up to 10 now for the Warriors.
Works that one inside nicely. And no doubt last season the Bulls were clearly preparing for the playoffs. They played their rookies but added a lot of playoff seasoned veterans to that roster.
Phenomenal alley-oop slam right there, guys.
They're taking advantage, Clark, of a team that looks lost out there.
Guys, this one is threatening to get really ugly.
And the Bulls making a change here. McDermott's checked in. Bulls trailed by 12. As you mentioned, the Bulls added veteran leaders last season. Pau Gasol was the notable one. 11 Bulls, Clark, had playoff experience prior to their postseason. Run the season ago.
And that's invaluable, Kevin, to have that kind of experience. I mean, having Gasol, a two-time champion in the locker room, big, as is having almost a dozen guys who understand the intensity and the details that playoff basketball requires.
Poke loose. Oh, and here we go with Gibson. Nobody back. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot. And the Warriors decide to take their first time out here.
Well, you know, last season Steve Kerr came into a good situation, but a touch awkward. The team wasn't 100% on board with the firing of the previous coach, but he won them over in a hurry.
And the Warriors making a change here. Barnes is checked in. And the slam dunk by Spates.
And nobody, guys, among the defenders stepping up to challenge him on that drive to the 10.
And Greg, he says, thank you very much, and sails in for the flush.
And those are the kind of sequences that tell you why the score is what it is.
That'll go on McDermott. That is his first foul of the game. Warriors leading by 12. Iguodala kicks to Ezeli. To the wing right side. Some nice passing by Golden State. Spates.
Taking it to the rack with power right there.
And hammering down with the two-handed slam.
Just piling on the lead with a dunk like that.
Snell, the pass to Mirotic. Brooks with no one around. Snell dishes to McDermott.
2 minutes remaining in the first half. 2 minutes.
He feeds it to Snell. Over Livingston. And the rejection by Ezeli. And here we go. Fast break. Barnes has got it. Trying to go for an alley-oop, but excellent defense and anticipation there to stop it. Brooks kicks to Gibson. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Brooks. Gibson's got 4 points in the quarter.
Well, check out that assist. That's a pair of teammates that are clearly on the same page.
And, you know, guys, Taj Gibson now is 6 full seasons in the NBA. Already 30 years old. Seems like just yesterday he was being drafted.
And I like the job they've done with working the basketball. They've been moving and getting quality shots.
And, Greg, their field goal percentage reflects that. I mean, they've been the much better team shooting the ball. And you know me, shooting percentage, always a function of shot selection.
5 to shoot. Here's McDermott. That's short off the rim. Getting back to Gibson, he was one of the oldest college freshmen in the country at age 21. Played 3 years at USC. Then he was one of the oldest players in the 2009 draft, even though he declared as a junior.
Yeah, I think the NBA is the only profession where it hurts you to have a lot of experience coming out, you know, because that's one reason why he did drop. I mean, had he been a couple years younger, with his length and athleticism, he very well could have been a top 10 pick. But I tell you what, the Bulls are happy that he wasn't.
Some changes for Golden State. Bogut comes in for Maurice Spates. Steph Curry is subbed in for Sean Livingston. So Chicago going with an almost entirely new group. Joakim Noah is checked in for Gibson. Gasol comes in for McDermott. Jimmy Butler is checked in for Tony Snell. And Derrick Rose is subbed in for Aaron Brooks.
How about the passing? They are moving the ball without any thought, without any individual objective.
Yeah, and it's really fun to see that kind of unselfishness. Really hard not to appreciate all the assists they've racked up.
And you can see he just didn't get squared up with his feet.
Greg, those are always tough to judge, but I think the official got that one right.
As we begin the second half, first half wasn't even close, guys, and we'll see if there is a comeback on our hands or more of the same as we get the third quarter started.
How about Steph Curry in this one? He has 18 points.
It's all him today. He's got more points than the rest of the team combined.
You know, it's really hard to fathom that, to wrap your head around it. I mean, what an unbelievable offensive performance.
Getting back to the action now. It's been a one-team show so far. We'll see if that changes here in the third. Really an incredible game from Stephen Curry.
I just love the tenacity on the defensive side. I mean, his play on D has been a huge factor for them as he continues to get steal after steal.
And guys, as the game moves on, I think he should continue to be aggressive defensively to keep ball handlers off balance.
It's the Splash Brothers, Curry and Thompson. They're in the backcourt. The defensive stalwarts, Green and Bogut, are down low. And it's Barnes in at the three. That's the Warriors' 5. And that one goes long. For so long, there has been this mindset that Golden State wins through offense. But their defense, you know, Gia, you were talking about this, is where the true strength of this team lies.
Yeah, I think that's what's really allowed them to separate when you look at the rest of the league. I mean, they led the league in opponents' field goal percentage last season. And some nights, the shots weren't falling, but the defense always showed up.
Curry kicks to Bogut. Back to Curry. And again, no good by Golden State.
You know, 9 times out of 10, he's going to knock that one down. He'll spray that one on you.
And the whistle blows as the basket counts, and a three-point play chance right here. One free throw coming up. And some changes here for the Warriors. Festus Ezeli, he's jacked in for Bogut. Iguodala comes in for Harrison Barnes. And it's Barbosa in for Thompson. And the Bulls making a change also. Taj Gibson's checked in for Pau Gasol. Here's Butler. Puts it up from 12. Left side Rose. McDermott, no one around him. And it's off from three-point range. Warriors leading by 17. Curry shot is off.
Can't get anything to drop. I mean, the way he's going, it's probably not something he should try and shoot his way out of.
Well, they say you should shoot your way out of it, but his teammates probably have other thoughts in mind. The last thing they want to see him doing is continuing to cast that jumper up.
And there was a question of whether or not Derrick Rose would be able to get back to his former self. At times last season, you could see him back in that MVP form.
Spates checked in for Golden State. Then for the Bulls, Mirotic is checked in for Noah. Tony Snell comes in for McDermott. And Brooks subbed in for Jimmy Butler. Time called here. The Bulls decide to talk it over. And with Rose again, he showed flashes last season of